many months and all that on be to me the ayesa ejuma no enyina eno ntino ye be ko ne ene eye ora Samuel Bekun edi nkomo na afi ya hwe de ekoba me so what me can good morning once again now clearly what ye CSOs and you've watched and listened to Ora Ken Ashigbe engineer my chassis for what do you make of omo press conference and then just oppose that one with what the Catholic Bishops Conference for a demand from the president.
Yo, me pacha otemenka.
Yes, it's here the meton kapa is live and clear. Pacha entwaso.
Me dase, me chia atiefo na hwefo nyina anopa ya omutie Kessben FM and Kessben TV. Na me dase na eye de kana shigwa wodi coalition of civil society against Galamsey no. The mechanism ade a dane da nyina ye nyina ya bosso na me no wo a slightly different view ewa ha. Emi se yatenatena ho aye nhwe ha ma ene Galamsey na kwa dane ade a broni befre no chicken and egg situation. Na emu Galamsey nyina na ye ka ho ase. Ye wo mu ye Galamsey wo nsuo so. Enunti ye nyina yese ensuo so de embre bia ne ho ema wo kwan se ukotena ensuo so ye hu videos bebre na wode eye edua hye ensuo na se wo mu na wode ade e frɛ no shamfa hwe ensuo na nwia ne firi ase e ba sa wo se ensuo no ye sa ensuo so for no there is no law e guide you do Galamsey ye wo mo ko forest reserves aban ayesi ho se we ye forest reserves yen nyina yen forest ana akwaye ye de ato ho na it contribute to your daily survival sa akwaye ya ema ye oxygen mframa sa akwaye ya etwe carbon free the free mu ni wimu ene de ye generate nyina sa akwaye ya so na the head of most of our rivers and to quiet so emre bia ma ho kwan se we obi a wo small scale ana say Galamsey a obekọ kwayem se okwa kutu Galamsey entinka state of emergency na civil society frɛ no me de menya anka aban ne ka se u declare state of emergency a eden nko on declare no forest reserves any river bodies so ye hu se aban etimi de ade frɛ no river guards ahyase se utimi declare state of emergency river bodies any forest reserves mu a eno na ye mfa se Ebema river guards na djuma na omo ye no omonya ade a ye frɛ no ahotoso ne enyinaso bi de apam wo mo a omo ye Galamsey ye nsuo nim no ade ehia ye pa menya sure se aban na kase community mining fo nyai ana se obi owo license enye forest reserves mu onjai efiso obi anso ye ne business na emom se declare forest reserves enim se enim mra bia broni beka se it is outlawed for small scale mining anasa Galamsey anase ye declare for state of emergency your river bodies so ana water so eno no se obi ko ha kopam mo a he doesn't need panyini bia kofon call anase an enyinasio fufuru bia because by declare state of emergency also media me who said that approach will help starting aban bitimi dia shase na mo mumia hwe Galamsey ya na make sa abaye chicken the next situation say see gold wa Galamsey futu eno na ye nyina ye gold board eto sa gold ibi memfa ne say mesre say be use Galamsey ne small scale interchangeably ana emfa say small scale futu eno na gold board to gold ya na ye nya dollar na ye the dollar na boy cedi no ho ban Abrebia, there is a crackdown on their activities. No, sometimes in the yana crackdown na ye can. O share a soldier for ne if also unko crack it down. Sebi any forest reserves unko no more crack it down or communities near the na. Ebasa etimima a year gold to turn off from none so affect your currency na ye they support no. And then I make a chicken and egg situation. Who jai maneko so a yensu enso so ne ye forest enso so no mo say no and this situation way very difficult for every government in power. Do you want to ensure the fiscals are stable or do you want to ensure the environment is also stable? Nemo meme dear mechanic say you can start on the forest reserves and the river bodies. Mene woka say there are people still on the river bodies. Ebi kura diverted river na fa baby a nsuo no kura nko bi. Ya wo de shamfa na si nsuo no mu a o tu ni da ne da nyina. Menya sure say eye mayen. Nsuo ben ne ebe no. If you say sani pakro no gold na o hwe no. Ono nko an ho na gold no wo pa ma no ho na ye ne a ye ti kurom nso. Ana ye tete miamia no nsuo ben ne nsuo ebe no. Enti meka se aban ni betimi a consider na wa start eye Galamsey no fight no e river bodies and forest reserves na se owie na se ho ne di nkonumu a whilst wa san de eye changes ana se reforms ba eye emra no emu ene ekwan e fa so ye Galamsey no reforms ni bi aban e de atudwa no made my bobo kakra so because media na ma titi bi na me so have been involved in some of them ebi ye omo person omo de license na ye license Galamsey and as a small scale no ye de kosha district assembly sa na ohene ehimfomo sa amya ho civil society ho ene dissect ho etima lady licensing process no mu wie na so obi age atum se masase ne media ma James emfama small scale ye dia brand minister national amana hwem aye ono so ne de eno ebeboa esanse wa wo the license ne ma o district assembly ho no wan kasa na abehu ba bia nipa kro no etu mine na obekwa akohwe ne so if you say over the years no ya suma asojafo ya suma minerals commission ya suma amanfo free national banya de omotima di nkunim ewo Galamsey anasa small scale illegal small scale mining ne so enti eno na ye pese eno sa aban ne sha ase esa na ebeboa kakra. Number 2, emsa aban ne hwehwe se oni gold board ba adwuma na gold board esanse ya na ye pesika ye ko gibi free abrofo China for India for ho ne de abaye sa adwuma yi enti eno so na sabi se wo koje China ni sika na ene ya ban ya declare state of emergency kra wo je sika to the any brand ene de na be ko nguro masa akoye adwuma sa aban ne timi bo na gold board nso finance small scale for ya ebe reduce the propensity of say ye amanfo sika no tie the pressure to ye so say say ne anka say japade a ye nwene humpo efri se ka ene tabono bi da ye so enti eno so ya de a gold board nso so ene aban no kasa say eyiyi a ombetuma partner private sector na eja omotimi aboa small scale in terms of financing ekobasa na we gold board finance small scale enya de abetuma kutu ensuo anasa forest egu because gold board empene saade no eno so beboa reduce that illegality ekoso ndi sa no ma we nyina aban de tukwam na ansa na aban de betukwam no mene civil society ya adwene na emu meme de ne ye start the declaration of state of emergency on our river bodies and our forest reserve minim emra a state of emergency ho be a security analyst be tie obeka say untimi declare state of emergency in part of the country but ye hu bebre ye hu curfews in conflict areas and you not say we can declare state of emergency in part of the country. You can select all the forest reserves and declare state of emergency, meaning say obi antimi nko forest unless say be a community or mobile forest no buja any no man ketu abi o ma omo de ahotoso forest na ahotoso. So once you declare that, the forest guards, the soldiers and the military say ekochi obi say okuta excavator na say bibi was that forest no more immediately now umbefa no mo nko gina ho nko frefre enko hwe mra so ansa we ban declare state of emergency air forest reserve so na ebetimi aye for water bodies see etimi clear both water bodies and forest reserves are one of the key environmental host of most of our daily survival now. And no best start na the reforms in this to acquaim just to continue to review our laws and also reform the small scale sector. And the forest reserve now we an ABA community. This time no be in such a way I won't fancy in Sufin and Konku existing river BM. Media me who is ebe boy. Ebeswa a free national. Yenyen free national ni local government mina enkamu ni enye saade we DC na obane amount e friend broni friend key performance indicators na ba ko ne se ubetu Galamsey ase obi biara wo ye Galamsey wo hanom na wo ni nkrata no be make sure say nipa kro no wonya nkrata ye be stop na me pa cha be boa ye ba wo mpasua so na se eyade a watimama Galamsey atu atisa ho na ne ade odwuma ye dai afiri wo nsem na se emra no bedi nsuso a wasan nko ade emra no ene obedi se wantimi achieve enti mra ene onye dai eni
Kasano boss say the state of emergency, you wanted to really get some more clarification and all that. But if you look at the article 31, what it speaks to emergency situations now. OSHA subject close to 7 of the article 31 now. Or see a declaration of the state of emergency approved by resolution of Parliament under clause 4 of this article shall continue in force until expiration of a period of 3 months, beginning with the date of it being so approved or until such earlier date as may be specified in the resolution. Now, what kind of 6, say Parliament may by resolution passed by majority of all members of Parliament extend its approval of the declaration for periods of not more than 1 month at a time. And then 7, they say Parliament may by a resolution passed by a majority of all the members of Parliament at any time revoke a declaration of a state of emergency approved by Parliament by under this article. So the longest that they can do would have been 3 months like that. But let's stay with the state of emergency. I'll come back to some of the successes are binding for our talking here. They will want to move on from there. But the state of emergency. Now, when you declare highest you can do for now at a space of time will be 3 months or probably 4 months. You only have to go back and renew it every single time. Now, when we declare na obia shedem obia enkohonom, these same river bodyguards will be there to maintain situation and see say obia enkohonom. After 3 months, these same personalities or these same guards will leave that same scene. We're going to come back to the same story. And now, so say we feel that if we declare the state of emergency today, I mean, I can say today. Now, you're 3 months. It was our area, Honoma. We have achieved the success of killing Galamsey.
Manuna, what busa asempa medasi na tifo nyina ne ahwefo nyina so hwe. State of emergency, the entire declaration of emergency ebano for emergency situations where bibi na asaya could do some baby a wo ye ho hwea enye ene ye ba. Now we know ye ne aye free for state of emergency ne ye say ye river bodies me suggesting no ye river bodies any ye forest reserves asaya could do baby a si ekoso ama sa adwumadi ya toa so a ebedu bebe ne broni friend irreversible untimi reverse damage a enipa na aye no. Okay, eno ye number 1. Eno nti na was a declare state of emergency. Nemu state of emergency is just a means to an end. It is not an end in itself. And yes, state of emergency solve Galamsey problem. State of emergency me make us a me fresh and only the forest reserves and the river bodies. Ebuama aban timi di nhyehyeye toto akwan mu. Enti by the time at 3 months in the besono na 4 months in the besono. Na ebia aban etimi a training more river gata. Aban etimi a licensing process e vepo. Aban etimi akase eye in the forest reserves in the MOB and Kohobim. And 2% Galamsey and also small scale. Apart from forest reserves, there were other places a bit my small scale. Na nye going deeper into the forest. Na mamenchira wadie kakra nsuso. Me pacho ye were forest guards. Enti bro bi bebusa say adan ye were forest guards. Na da ne da nyina wo hwema Galamsey foko wura mu wie ansa na ma be complaining. Ene say forest guards emra ma ho kwan so wo be kuta atuo. Ana say bibi biara be mo mabɔ mo ho ban. Aitia Galamsey fo. Galamsey for mra mo kwan so mukuta atuo na emum ye hwede ye koso ada ne da nyina wo bodyguards o mukuta de be atuo. Enti mpempi ni se forest guard bi ekokodi nchim e wo forest nim ka se wo Galamsey ni ma ha ya tibida tutu okoso pe e forest guard na no be kire no na mmom ade a mate sɛ aban no dwene ho nie yɛka sɛ wildlife officer wokɔ forest reserve a yɛwɔ mu mmienu yɛwɔ wildlife officer ɛne yɛwɔ forest guard wildlife officer yɛde ɔbɔ mmoa a ɔwɔwura mu ho ban ɔmo deɛ mmara ma ɔmo ho kwan sɛ ɔmo bɛkuta tuo atotuo nti sɛ saa na ɛteɛ deɛ a aban no ho sɛ ɛne yɛ increase wildlife officers no ɛwɔ forest mu sɛne ɛbɛyɛ a obetimi de atuo na hunuhuna ɛyɛ galamsey wɔ nkyɛn wɔn akyi no ma mewura mu na emu mu tie deɛ ɔmanpanyin kaeɛ na ɔmanpanyin pɛ so ɔkyerɛ sɛ ɔhwɛ sɛ asogyafoɔ ebesi ɛyɛ tabono anaa tent ɛwɔ forest nim na wɔn atena hɔ kosi sɛ yɛbɛsecure forest no completely na emu sustainability is very key sɛ asogyafoɔ no secure ɛyɛ forest no kɔtenatena mu a ɛno nso de ɛho ka ɛyɛ dɛ ɛba na emu it will be important in the interim but ɛka bebree na ɛba enti ɛno na ɔmanpanyin ɛhwɛ na emu de some solution is sɛ yɛmfa sɛ nimri forest na ɛyɛ forest gas a we can increase the number of wildlife officers a wɔn de wɔn kuta tuo wɔn de forest gas no bɛtena hɔ na wɔn nso asisi tent hɔ na afei obi biara ɔbɛbɔ ho mmɔden sɛ ɔba forest no because wuntumi nkɔyɛ galamsey wɔ forest mu without excavator entimi ntu abra ensu ema wonte excavator ntimi nya adwuma abra wonti dede enti ɛbɛyɛ den sɛ obi di ade be roma abra forest gas na wildlife officers na dey eti forest mu sɛ wo declare state of emergency a ɛboa ma utimi de san hyehyɛ yɛ nyinaa to akwan mu pɛpɛɛpɛ ansa na wabie mu sɛ afei mo amopɛ mo yɛ ɛyɛ mineral ana small scale mining no afei mo nkɔ famra kwan so na mo fa mɛ small scale mining no ɛno na MSS state of emergency no relevance no ɛwɔ hɔ na mo muti o mampanyina na ɔka sɛ ɔno de ɔhu ne sɛ sie ɛwɔ so declare state of emergency a na ɛsɛ akɔyɛ normal mienu either sɛ ɔmampanyia hu sɛ de ɔde atoto akwan mu no it is generating or it is leading to some positive outcome ɛne sɛ normal a wahyehyɛ a wɔde ato akwan mu sɛ wɔde fight galamsey no ana wɔde ko galamsey no wɔhu ne sɛ edi kan de nsunsuanso papa bi yɛ de ɛba and we leave it to the citizens to judge whether it is actually working menye sure sɛ yensuo nani ahyɛ ase ɛte menye sure sɛ yɛ forest reserves na mbubu nnuane aduadua nnuane bi enti sɛ ɛno nyɛ de a na ne state of emergency no yɛ fresh say declare it in the forest reserves and underwater bodies so that we can clear all of them not aban rehabilitation programs so atoa so I rehabilitate some of these areas na yɛ de asogyafoɔ any forest gas any forest wildlife officers akogugu forest yi mu e de abɔ ho ban se de aduru no se ya mo forest no ho ban a ebedu ba bi no na kyɛ sɛ yɛnya hwee a yɛnsuo ebetime free hɔ ana yɛnuane ana food chain buroni friend food chain no ɛbɛyɛ adwuma wɔ Ghana ha enti ɛno na mɛkyirim ɛwɔ ɛyɛ state of emergency no.
All right, Medasi Pasami, but another one, hit it down to some success that the president feels or more choke na fi yemfa interview no ANC. So Blue River Guards almost increase the numbers in terms of in Crawford Omba say Jumano. I think say almost about 900 hitting setting a target to achieve that. Two, almost say almost be friend of corporate mining, which will encourage these same young guys no motete forest in no ombeba no motimia position to really see them do what it is that they have to do. And no na sebi your minister see ekwasho mo kwan with the helicopter crashing. So it means that there are certain positive results that is hitting or probably is hitting the space when it comes to resolving these matters. Naimo, what say it has now been effective where issues of nanka ne police ni nam ha so geni nam ha omokwachi we nam ha no sisiano it is well formed to see it do the action that they are doing. And indeed yesterday anti-galamsey Naimo fuya no echo some of the rivers bodies akwahyehe niema wo honom ma secure honom. The same government is telling us to say between 6 to 7 or so main forester nanka sebi galamsey wo mu no they've been able to capture it to the extent that Akabe Bakum Yunumi and Sebi to see them, see a success in getting or reclaiming all these forest areas. We want the state of emergency to happen from there. Maybe what is lacking is the issues no Omanpenyi raised here during election time. For instance, talking about yeah, the AI and then all those ones. Indeed, who can say reforms also when it comes to Omo Emran and as a reform of the laws. With all these that I've said, is it not enough for CSOs, for Catholic conference people, bishops, for the citizens to allow a certain room for the president to say, indeed, let me use this even just for these 3 months ahead of us, end of the year, and let's see whether we'll have this positive results rather than giving him that pressure?
Me da say, what busa asem de e to asomu nso so na emu me believe say obvious a Omanpanyi kan Galamsey asem tema owo position ene samra ba mu. There was so much expectation say abanda da na ntimi anko a ye de be ma ba se o ye so hwe ni ye pa ne abato ne se ni oso no a enti sa expectation na lead to sa civil society for asem omo kan ewom so Omanpanyi ba be kasa ye no na nkasa ye mu no esan so o ka say ye ntimi declare state of emergency ne de normal to no me pa o chew de wono a wo ekrom ehwe hu ni se wo twam wo river Cobra ana wo twam wo river Pra na nsu na ni ate ene na obetima kasa abai eyampa se wako Galamsey na ensuo yi ani ntie ye da so videos a amanfo agusu te forest mu a wo mu tu Galamsey yi bie ti we da be ka kire civil society se de me ye no a generate response enti so anya obi a ote asem na se na obedom suko a e pacho se dia beka se menye sure se wa fight Galamsey ni enough na emom de me mekani yema Omanpanyi ekwan bi so no an ye betima ma ne kwan na emom yema ne kwan no de yesere ne se Omanpanyi ye kwan a yes we declare state of emergency for babia me de me see in the forest reserve now GSC hono any river bodies no declare state of emergency na what made reforms na to akwan mu kama and sa expectation na man for beka say any Omanpanyi ye hu so ye dey wo ko adi kama na or the reforms but within sa reforms ni nyina beba yen ka se ko ne kokko stop bi o license out sebi o tu na gudie e wo ba bi da bi da o kasa na chene na se o person stop there na stop obi a na dey hu se mining bi anko so large scale small scale medium mo anwan nyina small scale or one license there yen stop na adwuma na emum ye hwe hu se adwuma na wo ye no on say nsuo on say forest no license no busa da kon so a to asumu a Omanpanyi kan nan mu no over the years there have been a lot of harassment yenka ho asem to minors even those who have online and say your IGP team your Galamsey your regional Galamsey anti-tax force your national Galamsey anti-tax force me pacho minors or mukromo licenses wo honoma who is who wo na we yaba abroad here amanfo receive nguramu ho ya brubi only minus ni bikasa sa no money nyina they don't report it but these are some of the human right abuses as well afenso wo ho na obana mpo wo license mpo a instant say we ye Galamsey you cannot differentiate between them no na ebi nsuso e de afa ho ya de friend extortion ejeje minus ni sika minus no ebi ho mbekasa na ebi a radio so nti ebi o nkasa enti eno na ya kan bom ayimu eye one no aboa enti say nan mu ewo eye national call center obi ba o site na won ti ase abetima friend nan mu no aboni pakro no officer ni din dia kire no na me kra de menya enka Naimo and River Gas should even work together so mbeko ba bia they should go together and at this time na Naimo eye adwuma no they should ensure that the regulator Minerals Commission they are being integrated.
Okay.
Because over the years Minerals Commission adwuma na eso mo ye no ma anye ni yie e na ama we nyina abai
Okay.
And they said they should integrate with the Minerals Commission as NIMO go to the site. Minerals Commission is also following them to identify all those areas who through our license. Mineral Commission officer in a patch, we will need license.
Okay.
No matter my
all right.
And when I make a
ora sami meda se pa se woni yedi nkomo repem de besan bebi na ye no wa bedi nkomo yeda se pa
me so me da wase ene wo hwefo na atiefo nyina.
ora Samuel Bequin executive director my Center for Extractives and Development Africa SIDA and ye no edi nkomo